Not only has President Park's first ever state visit to Iran resulted in stronger ties on economic and diplomatic fronts, much of its focus lies on cultural and people-to-people exchanges as well. Well, that's particularly welcome news for those Iranians living in Korea. Iranians living alongside Koreans in the nation's capital, Seoul. Our news feature tonight with Soo-young.
Sourena Behbahani, an Iranian undergraduate student at Sejong University, came to Korea 5 years ago to study animation. But his reasons for moving here went beyond education. He came on a path of self-discovery.
I wanted to get out of my comfort zone, and I've always been interested in East Asian countries. Between Korea, Japan, and China, I found Korea the most fascinating.
Behbahani is one of the more than 300 Iranians in Seoul, here to work, study, or settle down. Adjusting to Korean life for students like Behbahani involves making new friends, doing studies in Korean, and finishing tough assignments round the clock. Still, Behbahani makes it his priority to support his peers as student president of the animation department.
No one sees Sourena as a foreigner. He's actually more Korean than some. He's dedicated to his responsibilities and is passionate about serving other students.
I received only love and support from my senior classmen and professors, so I wanted to pay forward this love. I would like to help my classmates as much as I can.
Taking his experience and life lessons he learned in Korea, Behbahani hopes to share his story through his animation works.
Animation can be a way to deliver the emotions I felt, my thoughts on life, my philosophy. I want to return to Iran and share what I learned in Korea.
Sudeh NAJAFIZADEH is here working on her postgraduate degree in textile arts at Sejong University, Korea's most prestigious university for art. To make the piece, NAJAFIZADEH put together some of the photos that she's taken during her 2 years in the country.
I collected my memories here to create a silhouette of my friend.
For her friends are everything. Her Korean friends in Iran were the ones who led her to Seoul, introducing her to Korean food, music, and most of all, her favorite TV dramas.
I was 16 when I watched my first Korean drama, 대장금. I was fascinated by the story, the food, and the interior decor.
Once she decided to experience Korea for herself, NAJAFIZADEH made a great effort to master the language, which she now speaks fluently. And in the same way she was introduced to Korea, she now wants to share with her friends back home the country she fell in love with.
I want to be a bridge between Korea and Iran and show Iranians that K-pop and dramas aren't all there is. There's also fine art and culture.
On the eastern side of Seoul, a businessman called SHIN Se-jong goes through some numbers.
My Iranian name's Karun, but I've changed my name to SHIN Se-jong after Korea's King Sejong. I'd like to be great like him.
In his 16th year of living here, Shin is an established member of the Iranian community in Korea.
When I return to Iran, I feel homesick after about 10 days. I consider Korea my country now. Though if there's a football match between the two countries, it's Iran all the way. But of course, I root for Korea if they're playing another country.
Shin has built a sturdy business in auto parts, steel and machinery, and he is keen to promote further trade between his two home countries.
Korea has the technology and Iran has natural resources. Doing business in Iran will also open doors to surrounding countries. I think Korea will profit greatly, but they need to hurry.
Shin hopes that cultural ties between Korea and Iran will deepen and that misconceptions will be broken.
Koreans think Iranians are Arabs, but we're Persian. They also think of danger or terrorism, but those are misconceptions. I do think they will fade away through President Park's visit.
There are some 820 Iranians living in Korea, a minority of the foreign population. But with President Park Geun-hye's trip to Tehran this week, anticipation is high for closer relations, economically, culturally and interpersonally. Soo-young, Arirang News.